Now we consider a question on inequality. So the question is find the set of values find a set of values of x satisfying the inequality satisfying the inequality 3x minus 1 less than 2x plus 1, like that. So this is 4 marks. This is 4 marks. It's 4 marks. So you are asked to find the set of values of x satisfying the inequality, this particular inequality. We see that it is 3. Now, putting x minus 1 in between these two bars simply means that we are considering the modulus. That is, we are considering the aspect, the positive values of it. The same applies to 2x plus 1. So what then we need to do first is to expand. So solution, we first say first of all, if I square 3, I get 9. So I'll put that 9 outside. Then I want to consider what I get by expanding x minus 1. So x minus 1 times x minus 1, because I'm squaring, I'll square this, so I need to square this as well. So that will give me this by this, x squared, this by this, that is minus x plus 1. And that is x squared minus 2x plus 1. So I carry the whole of this and put here. That will be 9 into x squared minus 2x plus 1 is less than. So squaring should ensure that if we add a negative, then by squaring we eliminate the negative, and that now takes care of the modulus bit. Then I come here and find this. I then need to square this. I'll be having 2x plus 1 into 2x plus 1, which is this by this gives me 4x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 1. And that is, if I open up this, it will be 4x squared. It will be 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. That's what I have. And that's what I bring here. So I'll be having 4x squared, 4x squared plus 4x plus 1, like that. Now, I can open up this bracket, and that will now give me 9x squared minus 18x plus 9 is less than 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Yes. So I then need to collect the like terms and see the behavior of the whole function. So collecting the like terms, I will then bring this here, which will give me 9x squared. Actually, instead of doing that, let me just subtract as I write. So 4 comes this end, it will now be 9 minus 4, will give me 5x squared. Then I bring this, it becomes minus 22x, because 4 minus 18 minus 4 is minus 22. Then I bring this positive 1, if it crosses, it becomes a negative. So that gives me plus 8. Plus 8 is less than 0. Plus 8 is less than 0. Now, what this implies is that the entire function, if you consider this function here, is a quadratic equation. If you consider it, the whole of it is supposed to be less than 0. That's what this is telling us. So it simply means that towards the end, as we finish, if we sketch it, or if we don't, we are able to, upon getting the values of x, we should be able to define the limits so that we give values that correspond to the condition that the whole of this is less than 0. So let's see. Now, I then need to consider this quadratic bit, and two values whose product is 40 and sum is negative 22. That has to be negative 2 and negative 20. So I have here 5x squared minus 20x minus 2x plus 8 is less than 0. So I factorize 5x here. I just factorize 5x. Then this gives me x here. And then this gives me 4. There's now 4. Yes, it's 4 as such. Then I also come here, and then I say 2 into x minus 4 is less than 0. So it implies that 5x minus 2 or x minus 4 is less than 0. So either this or this is less than 0. And so what I end up with is, it then means, therefore, x is less than 2 over 5 or x is less than 4, or x is less than 4. X is less than 2 over 5 or x is less than 4. Now, that being so, let's try to draw this and see what it is. Let's try to draw and see what the values we are going to get. Because by plotting, it simply means we are, let's look at it. The fact that this is a quadratic function and we are able to see that the coefficient of the highest power is positive implies that we are dealing with a U-shaped curve. We are dealing with a U-shaped curve. So if we are dealing with a U-shaped curve, we want to realize that we are saying that we see that the whole of this function here, the whole of this function is restricted to less than 0. This is restricted to less than 0. That means there's a possibility if it were allowed, it would still continue. So we are simply dealing with a situation, a curve that looks like that. We are dealing with a curve that looks like that. And then this will then mean that this point, I want to put it dotted because x less than means it may not have to touch that. It's not touching 4. It's not touching 4 because it's strictly less than. and also x less than 2, x less than, we are told x is less than 2 over 5. So if we take x is less than, so x less than 2 over 5, that will be, we can say, so if it's here, x is less than 2, so then, if those are the positions, if these are the positions of the, and again, this I put dotted because this is strictly less than. So if this is a curve, and we are given the condition that 5x squared minus 20x minus 2x plus 20 plus 8 should be less than 0. It means the whole, because this is the function. The function is this. This is the function 5x squared minus 22x plus 8. That's the function. But here we are given the restriction less than 0. It means we are going to consider only this part of the function. We are going to consider only this part of the function, where it is below, it is below 0, because x is less than 0, and x is 0 here. So we are considering part of the curve which is below, and that gives us the shaded region. And if that is the case, then it means we can then write our inequality as such. Then we take this, that now what we are saying is that x, what we are saying now is that x is greater than 2 over 5. X is greater than 2 over 5 or less than 4. And that defines this particular, this particular region. So we used our answers here to define the boundary of this, and that is the answer. So if you have a question, leave a comment in the comment section and I will respond. Follow me to my next video.